I had an opportunity to play basketball with Tim McGraw. So, if you've been following my podcast, you already know that I tell stories about the different times that I have met famous people when I worked as a runner for concert venues. And this was one of those times where I was working the Faith Hill Tim McGraw tour. These two went on tour together and they came to Columbus, Ohio, and they did 2 nights back to back because they sold out both nights. And the tour was huge. It was at this nationwide arena, and the buses and the trucks were just insane. There were so many of them. And Tim brought like a whole basketball, a full court basketball setup, like 2 baskets at each end, had it measured out. I'm not sure if he marked it or what, but it was a full thing. He loves to play basketball, or at least he did on this tour. So here I am running around the venue, trying to keep up with all the different demands, several runners on this particular tour. And I was sent to go pick up some things. And so I exit the back of the stage into this big garage area where all these tour buses are. And there is Tim McGraw bouncing a basketball. And I'm like, oh, wow, just shooting hoops by himself. And I'm walking like right by him. My path just takes me right by him. And he says, hey, man, you want to shoot some ball? And I had this struggle in my head because I was working. And I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble. I like the gig. I like working all these. And if we are told in advance, when you get the job as a runner, like, don't talk to the stars. I mean, if they speak to you, speak to them. But there's this like rule that you mind your business. So I had to run that through my head for a minute, and I paused, and he could see the hesitation, and he's looking at me like, I'm sure in his mind he was thinking, hey man, I'm Tim McGraw. I just asked you if you wanted to play basketball. Why do you have to think about that? I'm sure that's what was going through his head because it's going through my head now. But in the moment, I was a little nervous. So I thought about it for a second. I had stuff in my hand and I was like, oh yeah, you can't pass this up. I'm like, yeah, I'll play. So I set my stuff down. And I walked over to the basketball court. He passes me the ball. And I'm like, yeah, of course. I'm really not that good at basketball. So I'm like dribbling, whatever. I take a shot. I miss. He recovers it. He bounces it around. And like, we are just like, kind of just goofing off. And then he just like, let's play a little one-on-one. And I'm like, yeah. So he's like, shoot to take it out. I'm like, yeah. So he passes me the ball. I shoot. I miss. He takes it out. So checks the ball to me, bounce it back. And I'm guarding Tim McGraw. And I'm like, this is so surreal. Like, what is happening right now? And I'm like, I'm not sure if like I should play like full aggressive or not that even at full aggressive that I could even beat him because I can't. He's actually really good. So he's taking shots, these 3-point shots. I'm jumping up, trying to swat them, whatever. Whop, they're going in. He's getting the ball again. And finally, like, I start, pressing in a little bit. So giving him a little body check. And I like knocked the ball out just as he was going up for a shot. And I was able to recover that ball. And then I'm like, now I'm out at 3-point range. I'm like, I'm no good. I'm no good at 3-point range. I'm just not. But you know what else I'm not good at? Layups. I'm really just not good at basketball, really at all. So, but I'm trying my best. So I like dribble around him a little bit. I think maybe he was giving me a little pass because it doesn't take long to play basketball with me to realize You're not playing with somebody who's that competitive. So I think he was giving me a little space. And I was able to make a few baskets. I was able to get that ball in the net. And, it felt really good. But then when I got a few points built up, I think we were playing to 11 or something weird, some low number or whatever, because it didn't have a lot of time. But when we started getting the numbers a little neck and neck at that 6-7 or whatever, then he was just going to be like, all right, it's time to put this kid away. So he went full court press on me. And he was just laying up and hitting those 3-pointers. And at the end, he was like, man, thank you for that. It was a lot of fun. I was like, yeah, man, thank you so much or whatever. And this is pre-cell phone days. I did not, oh my gosh, I wish, I'd lived in a time where I could just pull out my phone and be like selfie or hit the record button, me playing basketball, Tim McGraw. So a lot of fun. And, I got a chance to briefly meet his wife in a conference room. I had to bring some stuff into a conference room. She was in a meeting. I'll just share this one thing because I don't really have a story about Faith Hill other than when I walked in the room, she wasn't wearing her wig. Didn't even know she wore a wig. So she looked a lot different than what she looks like on TV. Still, very pretty girl, but just looked very different. Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you like Faith Hill or Tim McGraw, if you guys are fans, drop that in the comment for me.